Hey guys, welcome back to What Was Mommy Thinking? My name's Crystal. If you are new here, I'm a full-time working mom with 3 amazing kids and we live in Texas. Today is Financial Friday. I'm so glad that you're here. We're going to do a weekly check-in. We're going to look at paycheck number 2 budget for March, and we're going to transfer our monthly cash envelopes over to our weekly cash envelopes, so from here to here. So if that sounds good to you, stick around and let's get at it. Alright guys, I'm so glad that you're here, and I am even happier that it is Friday. If you are new here, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button, and whether you're new or not, y'all make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like Financial Fridays and want to see more budgeting content. So just as a fair warning, I want to let you guys know that coming up, I'm going to be building a paycheck to paycheck budget on a low to moderate income for a friend of mine, and I'm going to do it as a video series to show you how to set your budget up starting from complete scratch and how to set up your paperwork. You can just use a notebook if you want, or if you want to use printables, that's fine too, but how to set everything up and to slowly decide what cash envelopes and sinking funds that you need and how to figure out those amounts. So with that being said, I think that what we're going to do first is what we always do, which is our weekly check-in. So this is my Filofax wallet. I am still madly in love with it. And this is my skinny mini happy planner that I make the envelopes for. And we're going to start with that. So I'm going to grab it and my calculator and my pens. I got this cool little pen pouch as a gift for like a I don't know what you want to call it. Some kids that we had helped knew that I always had a bunch of pens, so I got this as a little gift from them, and I just think it's so cool. And what I've done is I've put all of my erasable pens right there in that front little flap, so they'll sit right there for the duration. And I'm going to go ahead, and if you haven't seen this before, these are my weekly cash envelopes in my wallet. So all of my cash envelopes are funded from a once-a-month paycheck that I receive from my job, and I take the monthly amount, put it in my cash envelope binder over here that you'll see in a little bit, and every week on Friday I transfer my weekly amount from my monthly envelope to my weekly envelope so that I can try and not overspend out of each category before we get to the end of the month. So I keep those in here, and then when you get to the back, there is a calendar that comes with these, and I just keep a little paper clip on mine, and when you open it up, it brings us to this week. So as you guys can see from this week, Monday was a no spend, Tuesday was a no spend, Wednesday was a no spend, and then on Thursday, yep, that's the day that I do my grocery pickups. As you can see there, I've got a Kroger order and a Walmart order, and it's a little crazy, but that's what we're going to figure out together. Then today I had a little small Walmart pickup at a different Walmart for items that were out of stock from my first order, and then I had to purchase some clothing for one of my boys from Target, and so that is here. As I go along throughout the week, every time that I spend out of any category, I write that category's name over here so that when it comes to the end of the week, I can go through and I can total up each category to figure out what I've spent in each category, and that's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to find my, that's navy, there's my black one. These are the friction clicker point, I think it's 0.07, yeah, erasable pens, and I love them. So we're going to start with the first category, which is grocery. I'm going to grab a highlighter really quick out of here. For grocery, I use a yellow. So we'll go through, and grocery, at Kroger was $65.17. Then grocery at Walmart was $28.67. And then this grocery up here was $35.96. So that gives us a total of $129.80 for grocery. All right. So our next category is cosmetics. I don't have my little key in front of me, so I'm just going to grab a few highlighters out because I have more categories than I have highlighters anyway. For cosmetics, we spent $10 at Kroger, and that was just some chapsticks and stuff to replace things that got used out of my baseball bag at the last tournament. Then at Walmart, we spent $39.01, and I think that's it. So we're at $49 and a penny for cosmetics. Okay. For Easter, that's a straight transfer over from Kroger. They had the big shareable, like resellable bags of M&Ms on sale. Plus, there was an Ibotta on it, so I got all four of my guys a bag of M&Ms for Easter, and that total came out. They were $4.99, so that total came out to be $20. So we took that out of our Easter sinking fund. The next one is St. Patrick's Day, and I had $55 in that sinking fund envelope, and I did spend all of that on a couple of corned beef, some carrots, potatoes, and cabbage to make our dinner on Wednesday for St. Patrick's Day. For medical, I spent $39.05 for some probiotics. Then under miscellaneous, I spent $42.88. Then under pet, I spent $63.57. Under household, I spent $23.78. And for Christmas, I spent $20. And guys, I wanted to tell you, I texted Christy the other day. My Walmart here had these beautiful 30-ounce double wall, let's see, it says here, vacuum insulated stainless steel tumbler with lid. They had these on clearance for $2.60. So I want to say that I put 7 or 8 of them in my cart because these make awesome Christmas gifts for teachers and stuff. You just fill them with chocolates, Dove chocolates, and maybe stick a Starbucks $10 gift card or something in there. I love these. We use them all the time. And what they did is they gave me 4 this color, and then they subbed, and the only color that was on clearance was that really pretty color, and then they subbed 2 of these black ones for the other ones, or I'm sorry, 3 of these black ones. So they subbed 3 black ones because I think I had ordered 7. Yeah, so I ordered 7. They subbed 3 black ones, so I got 3 black and 4 of that pretty aqua color, and I'm super excited about that. So that is the $20 for Christmas. Then from clothing is that $40 at Target. So looking at all of this looks like a bunch of stuff, right? And it is in a lot of ways. But I'm just going to give you guys a really quick rundown. In my cosmetics, I had $60 left. In my Easter fund, I had $140. St. Patrick's was $55. We did use all of that. Medical is where I didn't have enough to cover. In my medical envelope, I only had 7, so I was negative $32. I'm going to actually write that on here. In the medical, that makes me negative $32.05. So that had to come from somewhere else. In miscellaneous, I had 50. In pet, we had plenty. It was a little over 400. In household, I only had $10 left. So this is a negative $13.78. And then, of course, in Christmas and in clothing. In clothing, I had 100. In Christmas, we had plenty. So in these two categories, I went over, let's see how much I went over, 32.05 and 13.78. I went over this week by $45.83 in these two categories. And so I have to figure out where in my budget that's going to come from, or if I'm going to have to pull that out of some type of savings. These are both new envelopes. If you guys watched my previous video, medical and household were just added this month, and I was only able to fund them a portion of what they're going to be funded each month starting in April. But as you can see, there's a real necessity, and I'm really glad that I picked the amounts that I did starting in April, because I know just from past experience, and again, here it is right in front of my face, that I need more in those categories. That's one of the beautiful things about doing your budget this way, and really drilling down when you have a receipt or a purchase, really drilling down on those costs and itemizing them out and picking how much you spend by category. It helps you to adjust your budget for the next month or moving forward, or adjust what you're spending if you don't have the ability to adjust the amounts in your sinking funds, to adjust your spending because you know you're going over in certain categories. This is the first week, and I don't know how long that my grocery budget was actually well behaved. If you guys remember last week, it was $323.28. So I'm feeling really good about where we're at with that, and I'm hoping that next week is a good week as well. I don't even say anymore that I know something's going to happen, because y'all, these days I don't know nothing. It is not in my control for a lot of things and what happens with life. So for right now, I'm really thrilled with this. My menu is already made out. You guys are going to see my grocery haul and menu plan tomorrow. So I'm feeling really good about where we're at with all of this. So we're going to put this aside. I'm actually going to just go ahead and grab my cash envelopes. We're going to move our calculator, put our pens back over here. I'll do all that highlighting and stuff off camera. All right, so you guys just saw this. This is, again, my skinny mini happy planner with my cash envelopes in it that lives in my Filofax wallet in my purse. This is my real wallet. These are my cash envelopes that are my monthly cash envelopes. So what I like to do is move this out of the way. I like to open them up and put groceries and grocery, and then we just go one by one and transfer everything over that needs to be transferred. And it's super simple. I have to keep things super simple, and I put little notes for myself sometimes. You guys will see little different post-it notes, whatever I have on hand. As you can see, I've already tabbed money here and written a date on it. Those are the weeks that it's going to be transferred over. March is one of those months that we have 5 Fridays in, right? Well, or a 5th, I don't even know what I did. I may have messed it up. I'd have to go back and look. But on March the 26th, I'm going to be using a $50 gift card that I have as my $50 of cash, and I planned for this. I've got a week 5 envelope that's going to take care of the 5th week for some other categories. But for groceries, I've got a $50 gift card, and that'll just make it easy because we do a lot of online shopping and stuff like that if I need to use it that way, or I can just use the gift card if we actually go to a store. So as you can see here, week 1 and week 2 have been transferred. I should have $100 left, and I do. There's 2 50s. So we're going to take the 50 that has today's date, today's date, the 12th. My gosh. Time flies, y'all. Time flies. And then we're going to write 3/12, and we're going to write week 3. And we're going to take out $50, and that should leave us with $50. So we're going to take 50, and that will leave us with 50. So this 50, and I am going to leave this little note here for myself because, y'all, my brain my brain. Okay, so that is groceries, and we just will flip that over. I love how these lay flat, and I can flip them and do all kinds of funky things with them. So then in our weekly grocery envelope, as always, I used it. And then on 3/12, we're going to add week 3's money. So this is money for next week. We'll add 50, and that'll give us a balance of 50. So I will take the Post-it note off of this, and we'll put this 50 back in here. All right, so next is gas. And I've told you guys in previous videos what I like to do with my gas is I like to build this up in my wallet to the point where I could fill my tank one time, and then I don't take any more money out of my monthly envelope. So right now I am still sitting with 70, right? 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, and 70. So that is definitely enough to fill my tank. It's actually more than enough if I use my fuel perks at Kroger. So I am not going to be adding any money to this envelope. So we're going to put that money in here. I still have almost a half a tank, so I don't even anticipate needing to fill my tank this coming week. And then in my monthly envelope, I should have $70 as well. So I've got them tagged here. This is for $319 and this is for $326. And I put a little note that my wallet is fully funded for a full tank, so I'm not putting any money on March the 12th. So I've already gone through and tabbed everything, and this will not have any cash withdrawn out of it until the 19th. So even if I fill my tank between now and the 19th, I will not need another full tank before both of these go in, and I will be fully funded at the beginning of April. I'll be sitting with a fully funded wallet envelope ready for gas. So we're going to close that up and move on to eating out. So in my eating out monthly envelope, as you can see here, I've got a little bit of a note here that says there will be no funding for eating out on the 26th. We made that decision that we didn't want to increase our eating out budget, that any money that was in that 5th week envelope, that we were going to use that for groceries because we've been really struggling to stick to our grocery budget. So the decision was made to fund up until the 26th and then not fund it again until the first Friday in April. So what you see here is the money for $312 and $319. We get $25, so there should be 50 in this envelope. So 20, 25, 45, and 50. So we're going to set $312 aside, put $319 back with this, and write on here that on $312, we're going to take out week 3, which is $25. And that's going to leave us with those $25 that we just put in here. So let me throw this back in. And then we'll go into our eat out wallet envelope. And we're going to see that we should have $50, so 20, 40, 45, and 50, and that we're going to now add week 3. All right, that should give us $75. And take my little Post-it note off, put my money where it's all facing the same direction, and we'll make sure we have 75. So 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, and 75. So this 75 will go back in here. And then we get to pets. Now, as you saw in my weekly check-in, I did have to spend money this past week buying my pets more pet food. So if we look in my monthly envelope, you'll see that $70 that was taken out right here, leaving me a balance of $355. So 1, 2, 250, 3, 320, 340, 350, 355. So that's what that money is. I'm not going to be putting any over into my weekly envelope just because we're not going to need anything for them this week. And that brings us to the allowance envelopes. And again, we do those every Saturday. We go through the allowance and make a decision on who earned their allowance that week out of my 3 kiddos. But just like the other envelopes, I have the money in here for each week, and then I go through and I put it into their clear envelopes, and then I put a little tab with what they get paid for, what weeks they get paid for, and I just hang on to it in here until they're ready to spend it. Right now my middle son is the only one that has any money in his envelope, and that's not very unusual. So that is it for our transferring of our monthly into our weekly. So this little guy right here, he's gonna go back in my Filofax, and all I do is pull the back cover and slide it right in there, and that's it. I'm gonna tuck my little coffee thing in there. Oh, I forgot my Sharpie. I love these fine point Sharpies for writing on my ledgers. I love them. Alright, so we're going to get this closed up, and then we are all done with my wallet, and we are all done with my monthly cash envelopes for now. My paycheck will actually come on the 31st of March, and that is when we will be refilling all of the monthly cash envelopes for the month of April moving forward. So the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a peek at the budget for paycheck number 2 for March. So when I open up to my budget, I've got a little paper clip here that tells me where to go. And then we're just going to open this up and take a peek together. Let me see if I can maybe zoom in a little bit. If I, maybe. Okay. So, all right. I'm going to move that over just a bit and grab a pen. All right, so this paycheck will go from $319 to $41. This is my husband's biweekly paycheck. It'll be his second paycheck for the month of March. He will get paid again on April the 2nd as his first paycheck for April. Now, the month of April is a 3 paycheck month for my husband because he is paid biweekly. So I went through, I put all of our bills here when I originally did the budget, and then I put what sinking funds, like whatever's left, I try and figure out what sinking funds I can fund from that amount. So this changes every single payday. I do get all of our sinking funds in at some point during the month, even if I have to reduce the amount that they get, and they may get $1 sometimes or $5, but every sinking fund gets something at some point throughout the month. So I listed our bills, and then I went through and I listed what sinking funds that we were going to be stuffing. And you'll see here I've got a couple of notes because I forgot 2 bills, and I just figured that out here recently. So these 2 bills total $71, and I had to take that money from somewhere, and because I can't take it from another bill, I had to take it from a sinking fund. So all of these amounts are the same until you get to birthday, and instead of putting $250 like I had planned, I'm only going to be able to do $180. I had beefed up the birthday amount just because my oldest son is turning 15 at the end of the month, and my mom's birthday is on Tuesday. So I had wanted to pad this amount just a little bit more, and I'm able to give it $40 more than I normally would, but that's definitely better than nothing, right? So as long as nothing else changes, then we should be good to go when the paycheck comes next Friday. Our electric bill actually doubled because of snowpocalypse and all of the issues with the electricity being off for days and things of that nature. So that was a hit. So this amount. If I need to make any more adjustments, I'll make those out of the sinking fund, but we will be paying our vehicle insurance, my SUV payment, our electric bill, taxes, one of the credit cards, a cell phone, and our Netflix will all come out of this pay period. And then we will be funding some sinking funds, and that is our car lease payoff. Halloween, Thanksgiving, home projects is going to get 55, so if I need to take money from somewhere, that's probably one of the first places it'll come from. Family pictures 25, cosmetics 70, Valentine's Day 10, Father's Day 25, 4th of July 5, and birthday is going to be getting 180. So that is the plan. And next Friday, we will check in on this, and if nothing else has popped up, we will stuff these sinking funds, not this one because this stays in the savings account, but from Halloween down, we will stuff all of these sinking funds together next Friday on Financial Friday. That's it for today, guys. I want to thank you so much for sticking around till the end. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comment section below. And if you're new here, please introduce yourself in the comment section below. I really take great joy in getting to know my subscribers and getting to know a little bit about you, and I always want to have the opportunity to welcome you to the channel and to our little community. We are working on a spreadsheet of all of the channels that are in our little community because there are amazing people and amazing things happening here, and we don't want you to miss out on any of it. So until next time, guys, which will be tomorrow's grocery haul and meal plan, take care of yourselves, have an amazing Friday night, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.